How's it going, everyone? It is me, Legend, here today. Today, we're here talking about Tower of Fantasy, the game released on the 10th of August, around 8 at night, I believe. And this is my review of what I think for the last 2 weeks that the game has been out. So, first thing, the world of Tower of Fantasy is very intricate and interesting. The map itself is pretty well mapped out. It looks amazing for being an MMO game where there's a couple dozen people in the world per channel. It looks pretty good. In my case, though, my graphics aren't the best because of my PC, but being able to watch other people with a more high-end machine, the game looks amazing. Story-wise, obviously there's a story present. I've been loosely following it, and it seems interesting. As of today, they are recording on the 22nd. The story isn't complete. There's still quite a bit more. And in regards to the online, it's been a rocky road, to say the least, since the start of the game. There have been many lag issues with servers where they're highly populated, and in instances where there are many players, such as when you're fighting field bosses, it gets horribly laggy. And another thing is that there's an issue with hackers. I guess this is because the game launched in its own launcher and it's not currently available on like Epic Games or Steam, so it doesn't come with anti-cheat software. But they're actively working on that, which is a good thing. So far, they've banned a couple thousand people, I believe, and it's a big issue with the hackers, but at least they're actively working on it, which is promising. In regards to the gacha system, because this is a mobile game, a gacha mobile game, it's okay, but there are some complications with it. They give you 3 different wishing currencies and 2 currencies that let you buy those wishes. One of them being the primary, what you pay for, and the second one you can get through in-game activities and world exploration at the start. Personally, I would prefer if they kicked out what they call the nucleus. They have the red for the limited banners, the gold for the standard, and then a black nucleus, which is the primary thing people will be wishing with because it's the most prevalent in exploration. It's what you get the most. Personally, they can kick out the black one because it's just extra. You might as well just combine the black and the gold. If they're worried about people getting too many SSRs, which is the highest rarity currently, they can just lower the chances of getting an SSR just to even it out. Because as of today, I've rolled almost 400 black nucleus and I've only gotten about 2 SSRs. So it's terrible regardless, the chances. At least with the black nucleus. But with the gold nucleus, it's looking good that you can get a guaranteed at 80 wishes. From the looks of it, there's no like you get a high percentage chance in between. None of that. I don't personally know the rates, but you get a guaranteed at every 80, which is good because within a few hours of exploration and gameplay, you can at least get a guaranteed SSR to boost your gear score, which is what gates you out of the activities. With the weapons that you get from the gacha comes things called simulacra, which are skins. These skins are different characters that are tied to the weapons. It's pretty interesting because with simulacra, it lets you be more diverse. After you get 3 copies of a weapon, you get a bonus skin, an alternate skin for that character or weapon. And, you know, with that, it gives you a little twist of you can choose your own original character, which you first create when you start the game, or you can choose the characters that come with the weapons if you want to be spicy or whatnot. In terms of gear, it's very in-depth. As far as I've seen, there's like 5 rarities or so. You have your 8 armor pieces, and as of right now, because of current time gating and level gating, everyone should be having purple gear. And along with armor pieces, there are things called matrices, which are weapon chips. You can roll for those or grind those through field bosses, and those are kind of like the typical artifacts that you would get in other gacha games, which you just equip on your weapon and you get bonus stats and some attributes. In terms of gameplay loops, which is where you'll be spending energy in the game, which is capped at 180 currently, you have quite a bit. You can do joint operations, which is a 3-stage, and you'll spend 30 energy per stage to get loot, which loot includes your armor pieces or your matrices. along with like weapon experience or Major C experience. And there's also a multi-level activity called the Bygone Phantasm, which seems to be an unlimited thing, but there's a weekly ranking and you get bonus materials every week. You use the materials there to enhance your armor slots, which give you bonus stats on top of getting your rarities, your armor rarity, and your armor level, and some other loops there for you to spend your energy on, including being able to get more gold. So in all, the gameplay loops seem very well planned out, and in regards to the game in total, it's a very entertaining game, very challenging. The field bosses in the game feel unique, not really copy paste. They have their own attack patterns, AoEs, own effects, own weaknesses, own buffs, and you're actually able to grind out the highest rarity weapons to be able to get copies, but it's a very minuscule chance. I've done about like 20 and I still haven't really gotten any good copies of SSRs. But anything in the game you're able to grind. Obviously it wouldn't be a mobile game, gacha game, if you couldn't pay to advance your progress. So in my own opinion, I would say you don't need to listen to the whales. You don't need to whale out on this game. If you're in it for the long run, you'll get everything. As of right now, I am free to play and I am able to catch up to the whales for the most part in terms of gear score, but I am severely behind because I don't have those copies for the SSRs. But it's mostly a difference of like 5,000 gear score. Having a free-to-play gear score, you can really tell the difference when you inspect people. But having a free-to-play gear score doesn't really lock you out of content because you'll still be on par and you'll still be able to complete activities. It just matters to other people when you want to matchmake or something, or whenever you're trying to make a pre-made group to complete activities. So overall, the game is worth it. It's another free-to-play game to spend your time in. You can go ahead and play it whenever there's downtime for Genshin, which I'm sure most of you are looking for because it is a snooze fest whenever there's nothing new in Genshin. And I'm pretty sure you're looking for something else to play. So give Tower Fantasy a try. And if anyone from Tower Fantasy is watching, hey, how you doing? It's me, Legend. Please sponsor me. I am more than willing to cover your game at any time. And I appreciate everyone for watching. This is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. If you think of anything you want to tell me, go ahead and comment. If you want to criticize me and call me stupid, be my guest. I can handle criticism well. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. Click the bell notifications to not miss on anything else. I'm currently covering Tower Fantasy. I hope to be covering Zenless Zone Zero when it releases. Probably Wuthering Waves. I'm excited for that one. Probably Honkai Star Rail, maybe some more Genshin if I feel like it. And I cover anime as well, cover a whole bunch of other things. Please be my guest, drop a subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.